Welcome back to Mac Talks Football, and Juventus have smashed it right at the end as they defeat Como 2-1, but they were very lucky in the game. So let's go ahead and talk about this game. The game sort of went as I expected, as I predicted. I went for a 1-0 draw, and it looked like it was going to be a 1-0 draw, but Juventus somehow in the end they get lucky and they get that penalty and they win. So if I be very honest with you, I feel really bad for Como because I think they were the better side in that game. They created better chances. They had, the way that they played. It didn't look like that Juventus were the giants and Como were the team who were just promoted to the league. It felt like the Juventus are the team who got promoted, and Como have been playing Serie A for a long time. They were so calm, they were so composed. The way that they moved the ball in that first half, it felt really good to watch Como, the way that they played. And I would say, right, and if not for the Gregorio having such a great game for Juventus, I don't think Juventus get anything out of that game. He makes amazing, 2 or 3 great saves in that first half, especially from Nicolas Paz. Twice he denies a pass in that first half. Otherwise, I think Como could have easily win that game, especially that the first half save that he made where a pass as a 1-2 with a different player, and then he hits it first time, and with just one little fingertip, he makes that save. I think that was very crucial for Juventus to stay in the game. They soaked up the pressure, and then they go ahead. On the other hand, I think Koulibaly steps up and he scores that goal. It becomes 1-0 Juventus against the run of play. Como were the team dominating, but Juventus go ahead and take the lead. As football fan, it has happened to all of us. When our team is the one who's playing better football, but then the opponents come ahead and they go ahead and they score, and you just want to pull your hair out at that time. It was one of those situations. Juventus take the lead, but credit to Como, they kept on going, and they come back. Joao scores that amazing goal. It becomes 1-0, and deservedly so. Como were the better side. As I said, they really did not deserve to go into that second half without being level. We come into the second half. I think Juventus were a bit better in the second half as compared to first. I still think Como were the better side in that second half, and yet again, Como created a number of good chances in that second half. The problem for Como, again, they really don't have a good striker. I don't want to say anything bad about Paz. I think he's a really good striker, but you really need a big established striker. They've spent a lot of money in the summer and now in the winter again, but I'm still skeptical about their attacking. So I still think they are going to be safe. I think they have good enough quality in their midfield and in the attack, but as a potent striker, they really don't have somebody who can really back them 15 to 20 goals that they really need to stay in the league. But creativity wise, I think they are one of the best in Serie A. I will say it right now. Maybe people are gonna question this, but I still think that especially the players and their ages, I think if they stay at Como for a couple of years, I think it's going to be a really good team. But they play really good football tonight as well. They create a number of chances, but they are not able to finish it off. And there's a big claim for that penalty. That's why, because even after the game, he was really angry that why that penalty was not given. It is one of those 50-50 things, if I'm being very honest with you, because if you're a Como fan, for you that is a 100% penalty, no question asked. If you're a UA fan, 100% it's not a penalty. So it's like one of those games. If it happens to your team, you are going to say it's a penalty. If it happens against your team, you are going to say it's not a penalty. So you cannot really blame the referee. I get from where Susk is coming from, but I sort of understand why the referee did not give it. And of course, the VAR is not going to overturn it because it's not it's not a clear cut of foul. So it doesn't get give it, and then to add a salt to the wounds of Fabregas and Como players and the fans, Juventus go ahead and get that penalty right. And that was a penalty. Like, you cannot really say anything. You really stupid from the goalkeeper to go ahead and make punching. I get it, he's trying to get the ball and whatnot, but sometimes you should use your brain sometimes as well. They go ahead and they get the penalty, and of course Koulibaly steps up and a really good penalty, sends the goalkeeper the wrong way, very easily converts it and makes it 2-1. And the bad luck, I would say, for Como continues right at the end. Tosena with that and hits the crossbar. It could easily have gone inside, at the top of the top of the corner and become big at 2-2. But as I said, Juventus just had their luck today with them today, and Como unfortunately were the unlucky party in many ways. In my opinion, they should really not have lost that game. I think they deserve to win. In my opinion, they deserve to win the game. If not win, they at least deserve to get something out of this game. But unfortunately for them, they were not able to get anything, and Juventus get all the 3 points, a massive 3 points. It's the first time since November that Juventus have won a back-to-back games. That just shows how bad of a season Juventus are having. Like, it's not a really good thing, to be very honest. If you are Juventus and if you have not won 2 games in a row since November, and this is February, so November, December, January, after 3.5 months you are winning finally 2 games in a row. That just shows how bad Juventus have been. They finally win it, they go to top 4, in the 4th place momentarily, because the other teams are going to play, and they are, in my opinion, they are going to win a big game between Fiorentina and Inter, so that is going to be exciting. Juventus are going to hope that Inter win that game so that Fiorentina don't overtake them, but somehow, some way, Juventus get the win. I've been very honest. I don't think Motta is the right guy. I don't think they are going to qualify for the Champions League, even though they are in the top 4. I really don't think he should stay at Juventus for the long term. In my opinion, they should sack him at the end of the season. The way they play football again today, I mean, as I said, like, it is Juventus. We are talking about Juventus, one of the biggest clubs in world football, and they were playing against the Como side. And if a neutral was watching, if somebody who's not watched football, they would have said the way that Como played, they were so beautiful to watch, and I'm not being biased because that's Fabregas isn't, a former Arsenal player and whatnot. I've been saying this consistently. Whoever Juventus play, it looks like the other team is playing great football, and Juventus are so boring to watch. It has been the story of the season. They brought in Thiago Motta for one reason, to play good football, but his football is even worse than Eric Iris, so that just shows how bad. Even you go and you check on your social media, Juve fans were still not happy with this performance as well. I mean, if you are fighting tooth and nail and you are getting lucky to get a win against Como, that just shows how much of a bad season you are having, and how you're the things that you're trying to do are not really working. Como, on the other hand, it is like, it has been a theme for Como this season that they play really good football. They are the better side. They're just not able to get over the line. Either they end up drawing the games, or either they end up losing the games. And yet again, it has happened today as well. For me, they were the better side. They created better chances. Rogerio has one of the best games he has this season. Pulls of 3 or 4 master saves, and then the penalty, then hitting the crossbar and whatnot. It was just not their day. But I still think they are going to be safe. I don't think Como are going to get relegated. They have enough quality and they play really good football. And the teams below them, to be very honest with you, most of them are really poor, and they are not really matched for Como. And I think that is going to really help them, and I think they are going to finish in a mid-table, and they're going to be safe in the first, and then they're going to be in the Serie A next year as well. So yeah, that is it for me in this video. Let me know what you guys thought of Juventus's performance, what you guys thought of Como's performance. Do you think you are going to qualify for the Champions League, or do you think they are not going to be in the Champions League yet again? Do you think Como are going to survive, or do you think they are going to get relegated and go back to a Serie B? And what do you think? What was that a penalty or not? Are you with such Fabregas, or are you with the referee? Let me know in the comment section below. Like the video, share it as well, and click on the notification bell, and of course subscribe to the channel. We are trying to get to 500 subscribers before the end of February. It is like almost 425 at the moment, so 70 plus subscribers remaining. So please go ahead and subscribe and help the channel out. Until next time, bye bye.